that even mean, Bowers Game Corner?
Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another game review. Today I'm very excited to be checking out What the Food from Squirmy Beast Games. This is for 3-day players, ages 8 and up. It'll take about 30 to 45 minutes to play. And in What the Food, you will be having a massive food fight in a school cafeteria. You'll be grabbing food and chucking it and putting different combos of foods together, trying not to get 10 humiliation points and to not suffer the social death. Sound intriguing? Let's open it up and see how it plays. Alright, so we're going to take a look at what you're going to get inside of What the Food. First and foremost, I want to compliment them on the box insert. I don't normally do this, but it's a very nice box insert, as odd as that sounds. So, moving on, we're going to take a look at what you're going to get inside the game. We'll show you real quick how it is played. First and foremost, we got our handy dandy rule booklet. It is 11 pages, double-sided, full color, and it is absolutely spectacular. They did a bang-up job on this. You'll read it once and you'll know exactly how to play, and that is thumbs up. Great rule booklet. Next, you're going to get these chips over here, and we'll go to these first. So, in What the Food, essentially what's going to be happening is you're going to have a big old-fashioned food fight, and you want to get hit by as little food as possible, because when you get hit by food, you get embarrassment chips, and then the first person to get to 10 embarrassment chips will end the game. So, once the game is ended, you'll see who has the fewest number of embarrassment chips, and they are the winner of What the Food. So, first thing when we start the game is you're going to get your character cards. And there are tons of characters in this game. And they all play very differently, which I really like. You can see the artwork on a few of them. But you're going to get your character card. And then, in addition to your character card, each character is going to have their own unique special ability, or special action. And they do play drastically different. Some will attack other people. Some will, this one, for instance, will deflect all food at their attackers. Some will let you take cards from the middle. Some will help you get rid of the embarrassment chips. They all have various different actions, which I really do like. You'll get your character card. You will get your special action. So this guy gets Hunt ability. And then you're going to get 3 generic actions, which everyone will have. And those are Throw, Duck, and Grab. And we'll go more into those in a second when I show you how to play the game. You also will get 2 cards dealt from the deck. They might be, and this is the deck right here. This deck is really the heart of the game, and it has a lot of various different cards in it, but we'll get to that in a second. Last thing you're going to get when you start the game is your target card, and this is going to help you decide who you are attacking. You'll point it at them and say, alright, I'm attacking you or you or you. There's also one in here that is Relish, which I can't find right now, but whoever gets the Relish will be the first player, and they will get the coveted first player hamburger, which is a nice plastic little thing, which I think was a Kickstarter stretch goal, but I like the added touch. So, we've gone through this, everything you're going to need to start. Let's get to the heart of the game, which, as I mentioned, is going to be the floor. And the floor is going to have 5 cards set out in front of you. So let's just go over what kind of cards are going to be on the floor. You have your food, you have your topping, and you have your conditions. Now, these are what you're going to be throwing at people, because you can just throw these pigs in a blanket at someone, and if you do that, and you successfully hit them, I should say, they will gain 1 point of embarrassment. Or you could have the pigs in a blanket that are submerged in condensed milk, and if you can throw these at someone successfully, they will gain 2 embarrassment points. Or you can go for the big poopah, and you can get the 93% gluten-free pigs in a blanket submerged in condensed milk, and if you can successfully hit someone with this, you will all yell, "What the food?" and someone will take 4 points of damage, which is a lot of damage. In addition to taking those 4 points of damage, you will also get to remove 2 embarrassment chips off of your guy. So it really does pay to save up for that. So that's how the food fighting is going to work. So we got the food, we got the toppings, we got the conditions. Also in here, you are going to have more actions. We went over the actions here that you're going to have. You're going to start with 4 actions, but there's tons of other actions in here. And if they come out onto the board, you can pick them up just like any other card, and they will give you various different abilities. For instance, like if this comes out, this is called Goose, and it lets you target, your target player is going to take 1 embarrassment chip no matter what, and he gives you a card. So if you have this and you're throwing at someone and you hit them, you can really do a lot of damage to someone really quick. The last kind of card you're going to have in here are the special events. And the special events really will shake up the game from time to time. When they come out, they immediately take place. So this one says, Detention. All players attacking with food gain +2. You got Lunchbox. You may choose a player to swap all your cards with you. So essentially, all your food cards. So if you have just a few food cards and someone else has a lot, you can say, all right, I'm swapping with you. This one says, School Nurse. The most humiliated player gets -2 embarrassment chips, which is really nice. That can really help someone out. But these will drastically shake up the game. Those are all the cards you're going to have in the court. And last but not least, let's go over real quick how the gameplay works. So we're going to pretend that this guy is the first player. And what's going to happen is, since he's the first player, he is going to choose his target first. So he'll attack the player over here. We'll go around the board, and he'll see that, oh, someone else is attacking him as well. So now that we've decided who we're all attacking, everyone goes around and does that. Next, you're going to pick 3 of your action cards out of your hand, and you're going to place them down. Because essentially what's going to happen is you are going to be programming your character to do those 3 actions during the turn. And you have to decide what order you want to do it. So for instance, if no one was attacking you, then you probably know that you don't need the duck ability. Oh, I didn't even go over the abilities. The three abilities everyone are going to have are duck. If you play duck and someone's throwing some food at you during that action, you will avoid the thrown food, which is great. You take no embarrassment. Next is grab. It says take 1 card from the floor or take 2 foods, because the foods are the really common one. And last but not least, we have throw, which is pretty self-explanatory. That means you want to throw your food at your target. So let's just put it down here, and we'll just do this. So essentially, you're going to have to decide what action you want to play these. So we'll just go like this, and then starting with the hamburger, you're going to flip over your cards, and then this person is going to duck the first round. So they ducked the first round, which means they think that this guy with the yellow mustard shaker is going to throw the first round. And if he does throw, then the food will not hit you. However, if he does not throw, well, then you just wasted a turn. Then we got throw, which means he's going to take his food and he's going to throw it at his person. And the food, once you've thrown it, you do not get it back. It goes over into a discard pile and it's gone forever. Then we go all around the table. And then last but not least, he would grab, which means he would grab 1 card from the middle or 2 food. Then, once everyone has completed all 3 of their actions, you get all of your actions back and you get to put them back in your hand. So you lose your food, but you get to keep your actions. Sometimes stockpiling actions is not a bad idea. But you're going to continue to go around the table doing 3 actions a turn, passing the first player marker around the board until someone gets 10 embarrassment chips, at which point you're going to see who has the fewest embarrassment chips, and they will be the winner of What the Food. Alrighty then, What the Food from Squirmy Beast Games. What are my final thoughts? Let's go over the pros, let's go over the cons. First, from the cons, I think, as always mentioned, the game is not going to be for everybody for a variety of different reasons. First and foremost, there is some strategy in this game, but it's not too deep of a strategy game. Also, I wouldn't really recommend playing the game with 3 players, just because it just doesn't feel right. It's not as fun. You only have 2 people to target. I really like it with a bigger group, and you got different people doing different things, and just a whole bunch of different stuff going on, and food just flying everywhere. So 3 players really wasn't my cup of tea. Also, this game has that problem where if you're in first place, and you're in first place by a lot, everyone can just choose to just pound you mercilessly. That's not a word, but they can pound you just uncontrollably and just knock you down. I played one game of this where I was in first place with a bullet, and then 1 round later, I ended up losing because everyone just, bam, just pounded me in the ground. But moving on to the pros, though, I really enjoy What the Food, and there's a lot of different reasons why. First and foremost, I love the artwork. I like the humor. It's not dirty, raunchy humor, but it's good. It's good, fun humor. The pictures are great. I like Obese Denise. I personally think that's my favorite character name of 2013. I want to give a special shout out to the box insert too, which is very odd. I don't normally comment on the box insert. But the box insert is a custom one. They went the extra mile to get you a full custom box insert. It is really fantastic. The cards are great. The artwork's good. I enjoy everything about this game. And one thing I really like is the fact that it's up to 8 players, and it plays 8 players very well. Because you get that problem when you get over 5 players, where you're like, ah, crap, what are we going to play? We're going to play Dixit. We're going to play 7 Wonders. You got those games. And this, you can add to that group of 7 and 8 player games that are very easy to play, very easy to teach, and a lot of fun. One thing I will say though, if you're gonna play this, make sure you are getting into it. Don't just say, I'm laying down these 3 cards, you take 4 damage. No, you gotta get into it and say, I got this tofu covered peanut butter and jelly sandwich that's rotten, throwing it at your face. I mean, it sounds stupid, but trust me, when you're playing the game, it really does add a little bit to this game. Overall, What the Food is a game you definitely should check out. I really enjoyed this game. One of my top games of 2013. Liked it an awful lot, and I think you will too. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for your time, YouTube.
That was the review for What the Food. For more reviews and previews, check back at Bauer's Game Corner.